Hi, we're back. I'm back. I'm Ashley, and here with the legend, the woman, the myth, the OG YouTube legend, Chloe Morello.
Hi, everyone. So excited to be here. This is very cool.
And my client. So It all works out.
And friend.
And friend. Friend and client. Mm-hmm. And that's actually what we're going to talk about today, our relationship and how we work together and how we do it so well.
So you guys are joining us for our therapy session.
Oh, perfect. Wait, so am I the therapist or are you the therapist? I think I need it more than you. Okay, so Chloe Morello, YouTube beauty star, co-owner, Face Halo. Chloe Morello is a leading beauty influencer and entrepreneur hailing from Eastern Australia. Which city? You change it sometimes.
Well, I'm from Bateman's Bay, but right. I just say Sydney because then I would move.
Yeah. And Chloe is an original early trailblazer on YouTube in the beauty space, hosting her first online makeup review in 2008. She has since expanded her empire and commands one of the most loyal fan bases in the industry. And just so you guys know, Face Halo is an amazing little circle. What kind of micro?
Yes, Halo Tech fiber to remove your makeup with just water. So you don't need extra product and expensive stuff. And
I have to say that now I just keep them under my sink and just every day, just a new one.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just and I just wash them. They're so easy.
Oh, Seba uses them. I'm going to put them in my bra when my boobs start leaking.
Actually, my fiance... Yeah, perfect. My fiance Drew actually uses them too, but he asked for the black ones from you because he wanted to be more masculine. I don't know how that makes you more masculine, but he likes the black ones.
Likes them too.
Okay. Okay, great. Maybe we'll just start with the questions.
Sure.
Okay. So the first question that we're going to be asking today is, Ashley and Chloe, how long have you been working together and what is your dynamic like as a talent and manager?
Well, we met in 2019,
right?
When I first moved to the United States, and I was looking for, a team that could help take me to the next level.
I think you actually hadn't even moved here yet. Like we talked on the phone or something and you were moving.
No, I think I was here.
Really?
But it was like early on.
Okay. Yeah, it feels so long ago.
It does feel so long ago. Even though 2020 kind of passed really fast.
Yeah.
It does feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah. And
too long.
I feel like our dynamic is professional, but also like personal.
I feel like we're good at fitting into whatever the necessary mood is that day.
Yeah, because I'll call Chloe and say, hey, I got a question. Like, what do you think about this? And you respond so quickly.
Oh, good.
And then if it's even another question, like, plan your baby shower. Like, it's also, so easy. I think our friendship has been naturally easy. And maybe that comes from, kind of talked about different things that we've been through at this point.
Well, yeah, when we first started working together, there were some kinks that had to be ironed out, that I'd gotten myself into some bad situations that Ashley saved my butt from. So I feel like just early on, we went through a lot together, and you really got me out of some tight spots, and the trust that I have in you and how grateful I am to you is huge.
Yeah. And on the flip side too, I think I also trust you because we actually do a lot of strategy together in terms of what type of content you want to make or where you want your career to go. And if you and I talk about something, I feel like it ends up happening. Like you deliver on the things that you say you'll do.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
well, I take it very seriously. This is my career, and I've moved countries for this and gave up being able to see my family to be here and work hard. And I just feel like, at first it started out as a hobby, and I love doing it. That's why I'm so grateful for this job, because it is what I love to do, and I did it for fun, and I'm so grateful that it was able to evolve into a job. But you work with big clients, and it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of responsibility when you're working with big conglomerate companies. And I just feel like you actually have you have to be very professional. And I find that that's a big responsibility.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll even break it down to how the business even works, just for those maybe who are starting out as content creators. So the way that Chloe and I work together is because Chloe's a content creator. And over time, after she'd been on the internet for quite some time and actually probably didn't make any money for quite some time, she realized that brands wanted to work with her. And so at that time, when you start to see that brands want to work with you, you don't know how to maybe negotiate a lot of your deals. It's a lot of things like usage, exclusivity, choice of law, like all these material terms that as a content creator, maybe you didn't learn about or even know about, because why would you?
I feel like in 2014, when I got my first job, there was no talk of any of that. I don't even want to know how much got slid through didn't get covered.
So it's, when brands start to reach out to you, you need someone to help you kind of not only, help you do these types of brand deals, brand endorsements, where you're integrating the brand into your content because they're asking you to, you're getting paid for it. But on the flip side, just trying to figure out a strategy so that you could make this love of your life, like an actual longevity, have a long career. And so that's when I would come in as Chloe's manager. I help negotiate those deals. I'm actually a lawyer, so I also, help with executing the contracts, making sure that they match what we had agreed. And so from a bare basics form, that's really like how it like works, So maybe if you hadn't like kind of understood the dynamic or why you would need a manager, it truly comes from when you realize, okay, shoot, like I'm going to start monetizing on my content and, I need a little bit of help.
Also, especially for me, like I love makeup and I love creating content, but I have no interest and no expertise in the business side of things. Well, I've learned a few things along the way, but it's very time consuming to make content and to also just to stay inspired. Like we're creative people, and so it's really good to just pawn off that all that hard stuff to you and have someone that you really trust for that. I think that's so important. And there will come a time in every creator's journey where you just don't have the time to do it yourself. Like I've tried to do it myself. It's just like not possible. And I hate it. I hate the business stuff.
But you do know more about those things. Because I remember when we first started to work together, you'd ask like, well, what's the usage? Wait, are they going to do ads?
Like I've learned along the way.
Yeah, you knew quite a bit of things. You don't really ask as much anymore because I know what you like. I know what you like now. Yeah, I know what Chloe wants to do, what she doesn't want to do, and what makes sense for the business. It's because it's been a couple of years now. But you still do, and I think it's important too for the content creator to get that general feel of what the deal is. It's kind of like you have to kind of even read the contract. I mean,
I'm a bit of a control freak. I do like to know kind of the in and outs. Yep.
Yeah. So from a bare basics, that's how we work together. And end of the day, it does spurn from that trust I think we do have in each other, that you're going to create the content and then I'll do the deals. And it works so much better because I can find solace in that you're just getting the content done. Like you're on time, the brands are happy. And then from our side, we'll run the deal. Like I can't make content. Like you do.
Yes, you can. Your Instagram's popping.
I'm trying really hard, but it's not
popping.
Kind of like the little baby.
I'm a daggy mum.
It might pop out.
Feels like it.
Oh, so cute. Okay, so next question. What would you say is the most value in the day? What would you say you value most in the day-to-day of working together? Or what is the key to a successful working relationship?
I'm just grateful that I have someone that I trust and get along with. Oh, and I was thinking last night, like the other big difference between you and anyone else I've ever worked with is that you love makeup and beauty and you love the industry. Like I've had managers that just like dudes that don't even wash their face. Like how are you meant to work together with someone like that? I just love that you're like, I've tried this product and I love it and you need to try it. Like it's just the conversations that we can have are on the same level and you understand even before you come to me whether I'm going to like something because you just know me so well.
Yeah. And we also like as a company do try to try the products too. If it's a new launch, I'm like, can you send it to me? Because I'm not going to call you and say, oh, it's an amazing product, you should do it.
Yeah.
If it's actually not the best product or, just not.
You've said that so many times to me.
Yeah. I'm kind of like the product wasn't that good. So
sounds crappy.
Why don't you, I'm always like, you give it a shot because maybe I'm wrong or I have a different skin type.
We do have different vibes of something.
But I'll always give my opinion. Can't help it.
No, that's good. That's good. Because also, like, our relationship can be representative of all my audience. Like, not everyone's going to like everything that I do. And I really appreciate just having like an honest sounding board.
I think it's important too, and specifically in what we do, because you have to maintain an authentic voice, you know, and you don't work with brands or products that you don't actually like. Because then all your subscribers are gonna say, "Why did you
there's
make
millions
me
of
buy
people,
this?"
There's millions of people, and you guys are savvy. Like, you can see through. Are we allowed to say the SHIT?
You say whatever you want.
You can see through shit, you know. Like, I can, and also I just feel like a fraud, and I didn't like give up everything to come here and you know, not that I graduated uni or anything, so I don't have anything to fall back on. So it's kind of like, you know, I have to really maintain my integrity because there's nothing else.
All the eggs are in this basket.
Yes, guys, don't worry. You can trust me.
And luckily now we can work with the brands that we like, so that, you know, that makes it a lot easier, especially because your viewership is so, you know, large. You know, as you're growing as a content creator, just be thoughtful. You know, sometimes you'll have to maybe try a brand, you're unsure, maybe you want to work with them because, you know, pays the bills. You know, as a growing content creator, you got to make those decisions for yourself. But, you know, as you grow, then you get to make the big choices of, you know, who you really want to work with. And it gets a little easier as the audience grows. Like, that's the truth, you know? So that's a lucky thing too, for sure.
I feel like I never had that stage, because when I started, like, it probably took a lot longer. I mean, it was probably like 4 years before I could do anything full time.
Yeah, you were just doing it literally for fun for years.
Didn't know what I was doing.
Right. I think a lot of the content creators who have been on YouTube for 10 years, for the first 5 years, no one was paying. No one was.
People were laughing at us. People were bullying us.
Yeah, like making fun.
My schoolmates were making fun of me.
Yeah.
And now
they're like, internet girl.
Now they're like, hey, will you promote my jacket company?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, no, Sharon, you bullied me.
Not gonna lie, there's quite a few people who have a couple favors to ask. You know, that have,
And I'm like, I remember year 11 science class.
Yeah, I know those people. You know what?
Wow, I keep a grudge, don't I? I should really let that go.
I have a bad memory, so you could do anything to me. Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay. Okay, so with the rise of digital media opportunities, as brands have normalized the value of working with the influencer, how do you vet which brands you work with? Do you have a special process or protocol? If a brand wants to work with you, how does that happen?
Well, first we tell them that they've got to pick out all the blue M&Ms, because I don't like blue M&Ms. So there's like a big long list.
And only Evian water.
That I won't do. They have to send me the whole range. And it's $1 million.
Yeah, that's the rate. $1 million for anything.
Base rate. We'll work toward that. Actually.
Okay, so starting from like bare bottom, Chloe and I started a strategy every quarter at least. We re-look at all the brands that Chloe likes, and also my team will look at all the brands that Chloe's been mentioning, and we'll run through those brands and really start to vet out the ones that we want to develop more relationships with, continue the relationship. Like, it's an ongoing discussion with all the brands that Chloe loves. So from a bare minimum, that's how we like work with brands. But in terms of like vetting brands, let me keep going. I can.
Well, for me, I'm a big beauty lover. I still, even though I do get sent a lot of makeup product, I still buy a lot. So when I'm using products, it is genuinely what I love. And a lot of the time, the incoming brand deals are from brands I have seen that I've been giving them love on my social media. So that's like the best way to get them. But also, when there's a new brand, I obviously, and this is another reason why I love Rare and working with you, is because I'm big on the, you know, female community and boosting up women and supporting women-owned businesses. And so like, I really enjoy working with these new upcoming brands as well, to give them support and to try out what's new on the market. So for me, that's, you know, that's how I like to think of it. But yes, lots of incoming brand deals. You just bring it to me. I take a look. I'm like, okay, I haven't tried this brand before. Can I have the product to try it out? It generally takes like a month or so to test things out, depending on what it is. And then, that's just generally how it works.
Yeah. If it's a new brand, immediately we'll say, if it's something that we had approved from Chloe that she does want to try, we'll say send her like the heavy hitters, like show us what your good ones are so she can try them out. And then like I'll be like, you'll let you know like in a month, you know, like what we think.
But also when I'm looking at if I want to do a brand deal, I have to think like, okay, we know what's in it for me. I'll be getting paid. We know what's in for you. What's in it for you? You'll be getting paid. That's the honesty of it. But what's in it for my audience? Like, what are you guys going to get out of it? And so I always, when I'm thinking about like, okay, well, what content, like, great, I love Dior, but what information can I give to my audience that's going to make this valuable to them as well? Like, I don't just want to be like an ad on the middle of TV.
Yeah, and that's another thing too I've noticed with content creators. It's almost like sometimes content creators, when they get paid, they put that to the content they never want to make.
Yeah.
Maybe if you actually love the brand and now that you're working with them, slot that integration into content that you were hoping. We're going to take a quick. Okay.
Take a quick break, everyone.
Okay. I guess we're going to take a quick break for 1 minute.
Can you hear us?
Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. So apparently there was some static situation. We've got a mic back here and it was being bad. Okay. Hopefully everyone can tell us that we're not staticky anymore, not driving you nuts, because I don't want to be even more annoying. I already am.
Clear, yes. No, you're not annoying. Don't ever say that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I was saying that if you do work with a brand, slot them into some content you already wanted to make, like some sick content that you really wanted to work on already. Don't, just kind of make it something that you never wanted to make. Otherwise, you shouldn't really do the deal. It's kind of what I was getting at.
I feel like, yeah, just either making it an extra entertaining, funny video. Like I did one once. Oh, this is actually, we should work on this again. I did one to promote the Magic Mike DVD.
Oh my God.
And I bought a Channing Tatum cutout and like made a date night. Everyone loved that video. It was just like, took the opportunity to be silly and make it really entertaining and give my audience a fun time, not just like pumping out like text that I'd been given. And another recent one, like I just uploaded with Clarins, the eye cream, which is aimed at anti-aging. And so I did a whole video on anti-aging skincare tips. And like I could have just pretended like it was in my morning routine, like because I do use it often, but I try so many products that you have to. I wanted to give back a lot of information, so I included it in a video that was full of just anti-aging beauty tips from skincare all the way through to makeup, so that my audience can learn a lot from it rather than just pumping out what the brand is telling me.
And on top of that, we vet first time around what the brand wants us even to say, and then you have to approve you have to say only things that you actually want to say about the brand.
Yeah.
So just being really careful around only saying things that you actually mean.
Well, brands are usually pretty good about it.
Yeah, they only want you to say things that you actually love about the brand. So
but that's also something where you come in to make sure that that's understood by the brand.
Exactly.
Because I shouldn't be the one going,
that's why it's good to have a manager.
Yes, because you have to do all the hard stuff.
Yeah, it's great to have a person who can just organize all the thoughts and the feedback in one place and just let the content creator make the content. It's really true. I remember one of my clients, Wenji, also from Australia.
I love Wenji. Yeah,
she told me that she was pretty much spending Wenji's really bad at email. She doesn't even check her emails anymore. Okay, that girl.
I can imagine. She probably gets billions of emails.
You know how we send you an offer for everything? It's very organized. She doesn't bother to check. I mean, we still send it, but she doesn't even bother to check it anymore. But she
Oh,
said she was so stressed out because she's like, how do I get her emails? Like, when's the deadline?
I find it so stressful.
Right.
I think a lot of creative people are like that.
I think it's the creative. If you're really creative, it's sometimes hard to be that organized. You know, I mean, I try to be creative. I'm not as creative as you, but I'm really good at the organization. So maybe it's like, it's hard to do both sometimes.
Sometimes I'm like, I can't even check the email, so I'll read the email and then read it to me.
It's like overwhelming.
I'm like, oh God, what is it?
Yeah. I don't even want to know.
It's like, YouTube, shut your account. You're locked out of YouTube forever.
So yeah, finding, even if you can't get a manager, finding someone who can maybe partner in your life to help you do these little things, you know, because, you know, find people who are good at what they do to surround yourself with. If you're not good at something, find other people who are good at it.
My husband
you know?
helped me for a little bit. My mom and my sister have helped me out throughout the years, and
find supportive community. Cool. Okay. When the pandemic hit, how did you pivot or evolve to continue to maintain business and push forward?
Well, I was one of those people who was shit scared about the pandemic from the very beginning, and kind of like
I think we all
buckled down.
Yeah.
Well, some people were like, "Oh, it's nothing," but I was like, "Okay, I need to like tape my doors shut so that the virus can't get in." I was so scared because I was like, "What is this? We don't know anything about this." And you know, a lot of people lost their jobs, and it was all up in the air for everyone, and it was up in the air for us too. We had a lot of jobs lined up that that all got dropped for like 3 months. So I was like,
or at least held. Budgets got held.
Oh well, yeah, but I'm still thinking about some of those jobs that I was really excited for that never happened.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to be stuck in my house. The best thing I can do to give back right now is to create valuable stuff for my audience, like really like trying not to promote things because like no one really has the money right now. Everyone's like pulling their purse strings tight because there's a lot that we're going through and emotions are high. You've got to be really sensitive. The first thing that I kind of did was, you know, I want to do content that helps take people's mind off things, but I also wanted to give back. So I tried to do, honestly, it was probably pretty risky, but I did some cash giveaways. I did a lot of product giveaways. And I was just also on my social media, like I kind of pivoted to, because for a while there I was trying to be very curated and, you know, doing like high-end content. And I was like, do you know what? This is not what people want. I really want to promote like staying home and being safe. So I really just like was like, okay, I'm not wearing makeup. I'm staying at home and doing a puzzle and doing all these. And I was just really showing how I was coping so that people would see that it's normal to be staying at home and doing all these normal things. And people really started to engage a lot more with my content when I started to like just bring it back a notch. And because, you know, no one's getting
get back to
dressed, no one's getting dressed up and putting on a bunch of makeup at home. Like, so I just kind of pivoted towards skincare and self-care and, you know, activities to do at home, connecting with your family and friends and just trying to entertain my audience through the silly lives that me and Seba have at home.
And
so that was really important.
That's continued to maintain too, like applicable content. I feel like, you know, a full face, love that. But
you look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, Ariana, for my makeup. But a full face is amazing, but end of the day, people want to feel connected and like, why is like food content's done so well? Skincare's done so well.
I feel like it's like shifted everyone back to 2010 to like what it was, the really raw stuff. People want to see vulnerability
because they want to be connected. They're not seeing anyone,
and everyone's feeling vulnerable. So I think like just making sure that you're sharing. I was just making sure that I really wasn't like trying to hide anything or make it seem like I was okay because none of us were okay.
You're like, I'm on a yacht.
None of us were okay.
South of France right now. I'm totally fine.
Okay. We're still getting there.
Yeah. And then, I mean, even the makeup look you did with like under your mask and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like those did so well because I mean, who isn't dealing with that?
Oh God, the masks.
I mean, everyone's
so bad for your makeup
and skin. So everyone's dealing with that. I mean, even like the acne that it creates on your face. So
yeah, that's probably half stress, half mask, right?
Totally.
But we just have to learn to live with these things, and luckily, there are some ways to fix it. So I loved doing that video actually.
And then on another note, you know, in terms of the business, I mean, we had a strategy in itself. Like we reached out to brands. We said, we know that you might not have budget to spend right now, but you guys have always work with us. We're going to support you too. I mean, Chloe did like free lives
Yeah,
for
I
different
did,
brands.
yeah, live with Revolve where I was just trying on some clothes, and it was just a really cool, like no one was paid or anything, but it was to support the designers. And I did one with the designer Michael Costello, and then I also did one with Good American to like just promote comfortable at home stuff, but all unpaid, and just as a way to get like different content, because I was starting to get, I mean, everyone was bored at home, but
remember when everyone was on live, like every day?
I know.
There were so many. What happened? There were so many lives for me to get on.
Lives.
Yeah, I think
all
I got lived out. Yeah. But anyway, we're live now, so don't get lived out. Please stay. Stay with us.
My favorite live was when I went live with The Sims. I want to do The Sims again.
Okay.
Because I made me and
Seba
noted.
On The Sims. Katie, write that down.
I went live on The Sims, and I made me and Seba, and like, because we're stuck at home, so I made me and Seba go on a holiday, and oh my god, so many people tuned into that and loved it. But then my Seba Sim died because he got in the pool. He got in the pool in wintertime. Stupid. I didn't make
poor, and then you couldn't get him back.
No,
he was dead. You tried to grow some plants so that he could come back. Did that work?
I think I ended up using some kind of hack.
Yeah,
he wouldn't come back alive. But you can woo-woo with a ghost.
Okay. Oh, dang. Okay. That's sexy. Okay, next question. Okay, what's the biggest change in the industry that you've seen since working together?
Since working together, definitely the pandemic.
Okay, yeah, I mean that.
Duh.
That really
Who wrote this question?
That really threw a wrench in the plans, Vanya. Why'd you write this question for us? Okay, I would say the biggest change is
TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Tick to the talk. It's come here and ruined all of our mature age lives.
You know what?
Gen Z's like TikTok.
Yeah. But here's where Chloe excels on TikTok. It's that the education element. I feel like education is really
for a while.
It's really great on TikTok because you can learn in short form so many things. And so, as a content creator who's actually giving, like, it's crazy how a lot of the younger women don't know much about how to take care of their skin. They don't know much about how to use a tampon. Like, you might have to go to TikTok to find out this information. You might need to go there to learn about women's issues. I feel like it's a great place to get educated on some things. And then I see some other questionable stuff that I'm like, that's not true though.
I'm glad that TikTok's moving away from like
just dancing.
Yes. I love seeing educational stuff. There's quick recipes, the how-to, and also just like the odd funny thing for sure. But I saw on Mariana Hewitt's Instagram that she did a meeting with TikTok, and they said that they were moving toward promoting more educational content over the like jokes and the dances.
Okay, cool. I mean, that makes sense, and that's what I want to see,
Well, yeah.
And you know what? And that's why through the years, I mean, as a manager, whenever younger content creators ask me what platforms to focus on, I can't lie. I gotta say YouTube. You gotta always, YouTube is honestly,
I'm like, what?
YouTube is a great, and Instagram. Those are, and then having a strategy around both because they're a little bit different. Long form, short form on YouTube, short form, long form on Instagram. But having a strategy around both of those as well. A lot of the TikTok creators are making YouTubes because that's where you can really get to know someone,
Yeah.
Your subscribers on YouTube probably know you better than your,
for sure.
Your followers on Instagram.
Well, Instagram, they get to see stories though. And I
quick
should
snippets.
be doing stories on YouTube now because you can also do that. But the thing is though actually like there is not enough time in the world to be able to focus on all of them. So I do think
but you have to do them all.
You have to do them all, but you're going to have to be strategic and
exactly.
Like, which one do you really enjoy
and what
doing?
do you actually like?
Yeah, it's better to be, I feel like, focus on the one that you actually
enjoy doing. Otherwise, it's never going to get done. That's the problem.
Yeah, so I try to focus on a bit more of my personal life on Instagram, and then on YouTube, especially this year,
education.
I don't want to, it's education on there. And doing videos on my YouTube takes me a long time for Seba. Like the footage is like 4 hours long. He's like, I have to listen to you talk for 4 hours and get it down to 10 minutes.
He's like making it faster.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Probably.
He's like watching it fast.
Or sometimes the way he edits, it's.
Okay, last question.
Sorry.
What are you most excited about working on together? Together this year. Okay. So after this question, we'll do a couple minutes of Q&A. Is someone going to give those questions to me? Okay. And the last question is, what are you most excited about working on together this year? Okay, well,
we have a very large project.
Yeah, we've been working.
Ginormous.
Yeah, big project. We're gonna months. We've been working on it for quite some time now. It's not an easy project to undertake. It's been a very interesting and long road, but we will be announcing something very exciting, very fun, very useful soon. Hey!
Who are you giving tips to?
Okay, I'll leave it at that. It's going to be announced. It's a big project, and we love.
It's an OnlyFans.
You already have one of those.
You said that we have to be on every platform. It's the Ashley and Chloe OnlyFans.
This is actually our Ashley and Chloe OnlyFans. I don't know if you knew that. Okay, yeah, it's a secret, but we'll be announcing it. We're really excited to say it's not only. I want to make that clear. It's not OnlyFans, but it's going to be a really amazing project that everyone will be able to use. And yeah, okay. So,
what's your favorite color?
I learned that lavender was your favorite color, and that might be mine too.
Is it my favorite color? Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I researched it, and Bianca said so. Okay, I hope that's the case.
Oh no, okay. I do love it. I mean, that's my middle name, Violet.
Okay. So, are you gonna let me know?
And my social security number is. I'm kidding.
Okay, first question. What do you guys think about people saying Instagram is dying because of the algorithm?
Okay, what do we think about Instagram dying because of the algorithm?
I think you're just being lazy.
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. Instagram
I think you're
dying.
Just being lazy. I don't think it's dying. I think that they own it.
Yeah, but they're also pushing clearly specific pieces. Like they love to push Instagram Reels. If you're posting Reels, you'll get on the Explore page quite a bit.
You just have to keep on top of the update and be using whatever the new stuff is. And I just think if you're always being authentic and real to your audience, that's what people want to see. The second, I feel like
you're posting the same type of content too.
Yes, exactly. The same type of content. And if it's that really curated stuff, like again, we've just been in a pandemic. No one wants to see
another perfect
$50,000 Jimmy Choo haul.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the real talk. Chloe's so real. She's like post the real content.
Well, but I
don't think Instagram's dying at all.
I don't think so.
I think that they're just favoring their new elements.
Maybe I'm just old though. We are kind of old.
I'm not. I'm only 30.
We're really old. We're getting
okay. Next question.
On social media,
we're old. If you want to stay, up to date on Instagram, you just have to use their new products. And I know that means that you're just doing whatever Instagram might be telling you to do, but that's the reality of working on a platform. They want to push the new stuff that's coming out, and so you're kind of like. It's just I have to do it.
Don't complain about it if you're not trying something new. Don't post the same old stuff and then complain about it.
Yeah.
Oh, my selfie didn't do good this week. Well, it's the same selfies you posted 4 weeks ago. No one wants that.
Again, real talk. Okay, next question.
I'm probably being mean.
Do talent managers represent smaller influencers? Is there a minimum requirement of followers or engagement, etc., in order to be represented?
Okay, that's a really good question. So, do talent managers represent smaller influencers? And is there these minimum numbers? There's micro, mid, macro. There's all these different words that people have made up. So I guess I will answer this one.
I don't know.
The thing is, Rare Global is a small boutique management company. So we've built our business around only representing a few talent, but really going all in on those few. That's why we don't have that many clients. We only have about 15 to 20 if you include Rare Creatives as well, which represents hair stylists, makeup artists, and different types of content creators. And so there are definitely management companies out there that do also represent smaller content creators. That's definitely a possibility. But I would say actually, if I was a small content creator and I was looking to grow my business, I might initially, just bootstrap it for the first couple years. Maybe don't get a manager, maybe get a fake manager. Maybe you have Larry.
Oh, I did that a few times when I was signing it off under a different name.
Yeah, info@chloe.com, and then Larry is answering. I'm Larry, I'm Chloe's manager, but really it's you. I mean, why not just be the boss of your own business for as long as you can? Because you're going to give yourself more attention than anyone else. When you feel like it's getting too much, maybe that's the time to get an actual manager. But I feel like the young, the up and coming content creators, they're jumping a little too fast into these manager relationships because they think, oh, well, Chloe Morello has a manager, so I must. But that's not the case. You can run your own business just like you would run any other business. A content creation business is its own business. So I would say maybe a tip would actually just to be, don't mind doing it. And you did it for years. I mean,
yeah, I did it by myself for years, but I also think that as a content creator, you're more than just a number. Like I find that, for example, when we're working with Face Halo, the value in a content creator is the content they create. And so if we want really beautiful products, we've hired lots of very small creators just to take photos and not necessarily to even post on their platform.
Yeah,
like
to use for your own.
Yeah, you have so many other talents that you can market. So
yeah,
I think that it's
not about the numbers. There's no minimum amount. And also, you know, what is your angle? Like, what are you trying to tell the world? How are you giving back? Those are all things that numbers can't like say. So
you're very valuable. Your intimate community is very valuable, often a lot more than a macro creator.
Because of things you have to say. So yeah, I would say, you know, figure out your own business, make sure that you know who you are, forge ahead on that before you just jump into like, I needed a manager. I'm going to sign into this company that I see a lot of other people are, you know, logged into. Maybe just wait a little bit for the right fit. Have a lot of meetings, you know, maybe just, you know.
Because at the beginning, it's so easy to be taken advantage of. Like you'll get yourself into so many bad situations if I think you just jump and rush into these companies like that. I definitely think that there's no reason why if you're a small influencer, you should be stuck in something like a big scary contract. You'll get into something unless you get like proper advice and find someone you really trust.
Yeah. And don't be scared to do that. You know, don't always think you have to depend on others. You can depend on yourself. Like no one's going to look out for you. Like you'll look out for you. So why not just look out for you for as long as you can before you're giving away that, you know, percentage.
Sweet percentage.
The sweet percentage. Okay, do you have more time or?
Yeah, one more question for Chloe.
Oh.
Well, where did you make your dress?
My dress is from Revolve, like everything in my, like everything. It is from, can you see that?
See? Okay, Michelle Mason.
Michelle Mason. It's cute, right?
Very cute.
I bought it before I was pregnant, and it's like the only thing that fits me. And I have.
It's the only thing that fits me now. Sweats are the only thing that fits me now.
But yeah, thank you for the question.
And then this is more towards Chloe, but also feel free to jump in. You have insight as well. How do you stay grounded and find balance with being a content creator, always on social media and life in general, mental health, well-being, etc.?
I don't know. How do you stay like grounded? I don't know. I'm from a very small town. There's only 16,000 people where I'm from, and this is such a hot, like, how do you?
I think it's your family, you know,
probably,
and the people you surround yourself with, and
probably. And I just don't think too much of myself. I'm all right. I don't know. That's such a weird question. Yes.
It can be hard sometimes, I have to say. But when you surround yourself with your family and people who are real.
And when you have low self-esteem, it's like easy.
Okay, self-deprecation, but the truth is turning to people who are like-minded, you know, and who also want to build you up.
And just get over yourself.
Yeah. And just, it's like, it's hard to say because I do feel like a lot of people, a lot of talent kind of do lose sight of reality sometimes. And it gets so crazy and it gets so edited and it gets really nuts. But, and not to say edited isn't good, because you can always be edited and that's who you really are. That's what the image you wanted to portray. But I think that you prioritize time for your wellness, you spend time with your family, and you like surround yourself with people who are also like real people, you know?
I feel like anyone that you meet, even the most famous people, like they're going to be assholes, or the most well-off people and millionaires and stuff. If you get to know them, they're going to be nice people. And I think that there's a certain wall that people build that maybe, you know, creators that you're thinking of that are really like guarded, or maybe they have a personality that they have online. It's different. I find it really hard to believe, and I feel like it's so sad to think that there are so many fake people. I don't think people are being fake. I think it's that people are putting up walls, because if you've got hundreds of thousands of people watching you, like I think everyone inside is who they are and is generally a nice person. There are definitely dickheads out there, don't get me wrong. But I feel like when you really get to know someone and someone's wall comes down, I think the big thing is that a lot of creators have a wall and they've got it there between them and their followers. For me, I don't think I have it. I don't have a wall. But I just think that there are a lot of creators that I know personally that get a lot of shit, that I know them personally and they're not like that. It's just
They had to create the wall to protect themselves.
You have to create a wall to protect yourself.
Yeah, like don't read the comments, like don't go on Reddit, don't go on those weird like gossip.
So if there's
like,
someone that you
blogs.
think that you don't like because of that reason, just remember that you don't know everything about them.
You're only seeing
like a small part, and like just click out if someone you don't think, if there's someone you think that's like, oh, I've even seen some people say that I moved to LA and I changed. I don't know. I mean, anyway, I try not to think bad about anyone else.
You're still tan, so
this is fake, my friend.
Oh, okay, me too. Anyway, okay, everyone.
I didn't give very good.
Well, I'm super excited to have this whole conversation with my client Chloe.
Anytime.
We've never actually done any kind of conversation like this before, any panel, so this was like a first time, and it's really fun to talk about our relationship and how we work together. And we'll be on the chat now if you guys have any further questions, and we'll continue on with the day.
Yeah, I'll sign on to the chat.